There was a time when the Apostle Paul felt himself to be the very best of men, the most righteous of men. But then the Word of God was opened to him, and the Spirit of God shone into his heart, and he saw himself as he really is. He said in Philippians 3, verse 6, "As for legalistic righteousness, I was faultless, but I count these things now as dung." In 1988, I had a real privilege. I was asked to be the speaker for the 1988 Minneapolis Conference. 100 years after the great 1888 Minneapolis Conference, I was asked to take the meetings in Minneapolis for the General Conference during the night, evening meetings, like a little evangelistic series. I'll never forget how cold it was. Snowing like crazy, bitterly cold. And as I came into the meeting one night, there were some people out in the parking lot passing out papers. God bless them. That's okay. It's a free country. I believe in freedom of speech. Passing out heaps of papers. They're standing around these 44-gallon drums with some fire in them to keep warm. And as I went past, they said, "You're speaking here?" I said, "Yes." But they said, "You're the person who ought to read this." So I took this stuff, and it was on perfectionism. All perfectionism. And I said to the man who was passing them out, "Are you perfect?" He said, "No, I'm not, but my partner here is." So I said to this man who was standing there, I said, "Are you completely perfect?" He said, "Yes, I'm perfect." He said, "My friend's got a bit of a way to go to catch up to me, but," he said, "I'm perfect." Now, he was dead serious. And he was dead wrong. You know why? He had no comprehension at all of the vastness and the holiness of the law of God and the sinfulness of his own heart. This is the problem in our own church. I'm not talking specifically about you, but in our own church and among the majority of Christians who have their own self-righteousness and have never seen themselves as standing incomplete before the throne of God. And that's why they say, this can't be St. Paul, this has got to be some awful sinner here. Now read on verses 10 to 12.